10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Utkarsh Tandon, and I welcome you all once again to this interactive post-match analysis. Finally, some moment of joy for the CSK fans as today CSK beat Kolkata Knight Riders by 6 wickets. And as it is said that it's someone's loss is someone's gain. So now today officially Mumbai Indians have qualified to the playoffs, and now they have that Q mark besides their name. To give a brief backdrop of what happened, CSK had 3 changes, whereas KKR went in with the same team. Watson, Kan Sharma, and Lungi were playing for Faf du Plessis, Imran Tahir, and Monu Singh. MS Dhoni won the toss and elected to bowl first. In reply, KKR had a steady start as they were 48 for 0 in the power play, but soon they were reduced to 70 for 2 in 10 overs, and CSK bowlers pulled back in the last 5 overs of the first half of KKR's innings. But then it was Nitish Rana's brilliance who displayed who displayed elegance and stroke play. He scored 87 of 61 deliveries, and the final flourish which KKR lagged was provided by Dinesh Karthik, who this time came at number 6. And KKR ended at 172 for 5, with Dinesh Karthik making 21 of just 10 deliveries. In reply, CSK also had a steady start, except for Shane Watson, who looked a bit muzzled, and they were 44 for no loss in the power play and 74 for 1 after 10 overs. In the middle overs, they scored 84 runs, lost 3 wickets. Raidu was on song along with Ruturaj Gaikwad, but after hitting a couple of boundaries, he was a bit greedy and hit one straight to Sunil Narayan of Pat Cummins. After that, MSD, who came at number 4, also got out in quick succession, leaving CSK in dwindling situation. Yet they were regarded as the predicted winners. They were in a better position than KKR. But it was the 18th over when Gaikwad got out. And then it was Sir Jadeja's brilliance, Sir Jadeja special, who played an innings of 31 not out of 11 balls and sealed the victory for Chennai Super Kings. Ruturaj Gaikwad's innings was of 72 runs of just 53 deliveries, and he batted brilliantly to say, because he hit Lockie Ferguson. He hit Lockie Ferguson some beautiful shots as Lockie Ferguson went wicketless, giving 54 runs in his 4 overs. CSK 178 for 4 in 20 overs, and with this win is the gain of MI, as I earlier mentioned, that now they are through to the playoffs, officially qualified. There are some questions which needs to be answered by KKR, as now their luck depends on the win or loss of other teams. So now their qualifying position is not within their own hands. Now I'll have fans as well, and I've dropped the link in the live chat window where you can join in. I have Anurag Vijay. Hello Anurag, warm welcome.
Yes, thank you, Utkarsh, for the welcome to the show. Really happy to see. I just came to know with Jadeja finishing things off in the last over. Good to see him being back in business, and he has been a totally different player, I think so, after that World Cup, which unfortunately we lost, but we really gained Jadeja from that game, and really happy to see him being in good control of the game. So it's a good thing for the Indian team that somebody who is a part of the whole, you can say, the setup, whether it's one day test or T20. So he's back in touch, and especially in the context of all these things, we are getting to see that there are certain players who are newcomers and can be a prospect of the Indian team in the upcoming years, which is good to see. There was some uh, controversy regarding related to Surya Kumar Yadav and all those things happening yesterday and today as well. But we see, but people try to jump too quickly. We have seen in the past it's quite tough to give everyone opportunity. Everyone will get their chance. But seriously speaking, now this Indian team has got better chances of someone coming in quickly, because we have seen in the past couple of years there have been quite a few changes. Some players have been given good chances. So this team
Yeah,
you can say that management which gives equal opportunities to players. So
yeah,
that's why we know that we have a good bench strength and all those things. So
या
all those
और
things are
बाकी भी जो
good for
लोग
the
हैं,
team.
जो व्यूअर्स हैं, वो जुड़ सकते हैं हमारे साथ. मैंने लिंक शेयर किया है और आके अपनी बात रख सकते हैं. मैंने लिंक लाइव चैट विंडो में शेयर कर रखा है. हाँ अनुराग, कंप्लीट.
हाँ, तो वही मुझे भी लग रहा है कि अब जिस तरीके से अभी सब चीज़ हो रही है, तो बेंच स्ट्रेंथ हम लोग का अच्छा हो रहा है. और कहीं ना कहीं एक और भी बात है कि इंटरनेशनल लेवल और डोमेस्टिक लेवल पे अभी अंतर होता है. अभी भी अंतर है, बहुत बड़ा अंतर है. डोमेस्टिक लेवल पे जो प्लेयर्स हमें बहुत अच्छे दिखते हैं, शायद वो हमें इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे नहीं दिखते हैं. इसलिए कोई कहता है कि जैसे कि आप कभी भी कोई भी चीज़, आप कहीं पर भी आप जाते हो, या इन द सेंस आई कैन से
ये
जनरल लाइफ
ये
में भी
ये जो
अगर
बात आप कर रहे हैं अनुराग, ये क्या सूर्य कुमार यादव के कंटेक्स्ट पे कर रहे हैं?
in the every player's context, I'm saying in every player's context, not only in Surya Kumar Yadav, but in every player's
बिकॉज
context.
ये मैंने आपसे इसलिए पूछा बिकॉज सूर्य कुमार यादव इज अ प्लेयर हु हैज बीन कॉन्स्टेंटली परफॉर्मिंग इन द डोमेस्टिक सर्किट एज वेल फॉर द लास्ट 2 years across formats, be it Vijay Hazare Trophy, be it Ranji Trophy, be it Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, and also at various numbers, be it number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. I've seen him bat at various numbers and his performances were just brilliant.
Yes. So there have been certain players. We know there are certain players who have been so good in domestic game. They got one or two chances in the past. But right now, that as I said, that there is a chance of any good player coming into the team. There has been certain chances given before as well to certain players. They are getting the chances. So as I said, the chances are much higher. The chances are much higher, because as I feel, Virat Kohli is criticized for changing its 11 every now and then. But I feel so in the longer run this will help. Some people say we have had captains, but we had captains who kept playing the same 11. But Virat Kohli is the captain who keeps changing his 11. So there is a sign of chances. Coming back to domestic and international thing, what I was trying to put across is that going to a step level ahead. That is where the step breaks. Once you get that chance, I hope so. Whenever anyone gets it, whether it's Sanju Samson, whether it's Pant, or whether it's Surya Kumar Yadav, I hope he capitalizes it at the very beginning and grabs the chance, and no one can, remove the person from the team, Indian team. I hope, and I think Surya Kumar Yadav, with the way things are going, with the way T20 World Cup
Yeah.
is going to come up in India, he will get the chance. He will get the chance surely.
Yes, in context of T20 World Cup, we still have one IPL to wait and a domestic season. So hopefully he gets a chance because he's the one who is a deserving player. See, I'm not criticizing on the selection of anyone, but we've seen the young birds coming in directly. Means Varun Chakravarti on the basis of this IPL, or be it Shivam Dube, who played from scratch to the top level in just 12 months. So we've seen some players who were premature,
You
but
know,
they were, uh,
it's
yeah,
this story of bad luck, I think so, that hurts when I see the story of Shikhar Dhawan. Someone who was at the same age of Caf and Suresh Raina, and at that time I used to know about Shikhar Dhawan. That time matches used to come on Doordarshan, and domestic matches used to be displayed on Doordarshan, and you can see
Yeah.
any domestic match. Nowadays it doesn't come up like that. Nowadays they don't show it. I have seen domestic matches, challenger trophies, all those things were shown. And
Yes,
Shikhar
yes,
Dhawan
yes,
used
you
to
are right.
bat. I have seen. This is nothing. I've seen Shikhar Dhawan when you used to bat in challenger trophies and all those things. I think so in 2005 or 2006 I have seen it. He used to
Six
bat like
maybe.
Virender Sehwag 2.0. In that level he was, but he never got any chance. No one knew about him. Someone who was player of the series of the World Cup was never in the Indian team, and that's how that. And sometimes that, like they say, if someone makes you wait, eventually you get better results. So now Shikhar Dhawan is known in every household which follows cricket. So Shikhar Dhawan got his chance, and when he really got his chance, he made it. So
Yeah, and many people
that's
actually
what we
don't
have to
know
say.
that. Many people actually believe that he made his debut in 2013, but he actually made his debut in 2010. Means 3 years back, and people don't remember, as you rightly mentioned.
Yes. So that also likewise I said, like Yuvraj Singh was picked up in 2000. Okay, so and Dhoni was picked up in 2004. So you don't know that when your chance will come, or what is your chance, or how is your chance going to come. So
Yeah.
performance is something which
Or
you always have in your own hand, and we have seen in the past, we have seen players come and do well.
yeah,
Likewise, I in the
yeah.
SP,
And Monty
spinner, I
Paji
would say
means
spinner
Mr.
trio
Monty Panesar.
which India.
Mr. Monty Panesar will be joining us in 5 minutes. But coming on to today's match between CSK and Kolkata Knight Riders, CSK again had three changes as they have nothing to lose. Watson was in, Kan Sharma was in, Lungi Ngidi was in place of Imran Tahir, Monu, and Faf du Plessis. Elected to bowl first. I think the match was full of ebbs and flows, where at one stage CSK were on a high, then KKR was on a high, and suddenly, or rather, CSK had the last laugh. In the second innings, have you seen the match of today?
I
Hello.
haven't seen the whole match. I've not seen the whole match how it went up and down, but I've seen the ending part of it. But like you said that you know
How much
these are the
is
latest
it
stages of the IPL. Uh, Matches
business
will have
end? Yes, yes.
I think so. I'm not able to
So
hear you.
viewers, you can join us through the लिंक विच आई हैव ड्रॉप. मैंने लिंक डाल रखा है लाइव चैट विंडो पे. मैं एक बार फिर से उसे डाल देता हूँ और आप उस पर क्लिक करके अपने ओपिनियन रख सकते हो. कुछ देर में हमारे साथ मिस्टर मोंटी पानेसर भी जुड़ेंगे 5 मिनट में. जी अनुराग. Some technical issues, no worries. He'll reconnect. But what I was trying to say is uh, Rituraj played a brilliant innings. Nitish Rana played a brilliant innings. Jadeja finished with his extraordinary skills at last. But my point to say is Owen Morgan's captaincy. And today again there was some tactical errors, some blunders made by Owen Morgan, which we actually don't see him doing while he plays for England, while he leads England. So I don't know what is going on because right from the batting order, as we've discussed yesterday also with Monty Panesar, and he actually took that point that that KKR will step on the field with which batting order no one knows. Means today also Rahul Tripathi at 7, Rinku Singh at 4, Morgan at 5, DK at 6 was something sensible. But why Morgan at 5 and Rinku Singh at 4? Rinku Singh, who was probably, if I'm not mistaken, was playing his first IPL game, and you sent him at 4. You sent Narayan at 3. Some means someday you send Narayan at 5, someday at 3, someday at 4. So I don't know what strategy you need to clear out. Your strategy means you are in the business end of the season, and still you are not clear in your mind as to how you will approach. Yes, I agree that you need to be flexible, but flexible doesn't mean that you will actually mix it up. You'll mess it up, and this time they've done that. See, Rahul Tripathi hasn't performed. See, it is very easy for a person to come up and say Rahul Tripathi hasn't performed. But Rahul Tripathi, if you are Rahul Tripathi, then you will understand that Rahul Tripathi someday is sent at number 7, someday at number 4, someday to open the innings, today again at 7, someday at number 3. See what is going on. Means this, in this way, you the confidence of a player is, neither the confidence of a player is built, nor it is doing some good for your team. So this needs to be addressed. And now KKR needs to win both of the matches, but then also their luck is in the hands of other teams. And tomorrow's match is very vital for KKR, as they will be hoping that RR defeats Kings 11 Punjab tomorrow. As if RR will defeat Kings 11 Punjab, then their case will be a bit stronger. But I feel that with today's loss, they have inched closer to the exit door, not to the playoff stages, but they've inched closer to the exit door of this IPL 2020. I've given you the backdrop of what happened. Now, another very important point, that why did Nitish Rana bowl that 10th over, which changed the momentum for Chennai Super Kings. Nitish Rana ने 16 रन दिए. व्यूअर्स, मैं आपको फिर से बता दूं, नीतीश राणा ने 16 रन दिए, और उस वक्त तक every bowler was doing well and there was no need to actually bowl Nitish Rana. उस वक्त नीतीश राणा से bowling कराने की कोई जरूरत नहीं थी. And but still Owen Morgan went for a part timer, gave 16 runs. और उसके consequent overs में क्या हुआ, जो मैं बात कर रहा हूँ momentum change की, तो momentum क्या चिड़िया है मैं बताता हूँ. In the very next over, that is of Lockie Ferguson leagued 14 runs, that is the 11th over. In the 12th over, Nagarkoti gave 12 runs. And CSK was 74 for 1 after 10. And in the next five, they scored 54 runs. That is, they were 128 for 3 in the 15 overs. इसका मतलब कि अगले 5 में उन्होंने 34 रन बनाए, 34 रन. सो वो नीतीश राणा का ओवर, वहां से वो मोमेंटम चेंज हुआ और सडनली CSK were 128 for 3. उसके बाद Pat Cummins took Raidu, then Varun Chakravarti picked MS Dhoni. उसके बाद Rituraj Gaikwad also got out in the 18th over, but Jadeja ने नीचे आके अच्छी पारी खेल दी. And Lockie Ferguson, means 19th over, Lockie Ferguson gave 20 runs. So you can't blame Nagarkoti, that young lad who had to defend just 10 runs in that 6 balls, and whom he was facing Sir Ravindra Jadeja. So you cannot actually blame Kamlesh Nagarkoti. It was Lockie Ferguson, 0 for 54 in his 4 overs. See, these are the figures of one of your ace bowlers. Today, आज वो 5वां ओवर भी करने आए power play. I don't know why Ferguson Cummins didn't bowl in tandem. और ये बात हम पिछले 2-3 मैचेस से करते चले आ रहे हैं कि लॉकी फर्ग्यूसन और पैट कमिंस दोनों एक साथ पावर प्ले में क्यों नहीं डालते. पाजी ने भी ये बात कही है कई बार. ही विल बी जॉइनिंग अस इन मोमेंट. और उन्होंने ये बात उन्होंने ये बात कही है कि why Cummins and Ferguson not bowl in tandem in the power play. I have Aman with us. अमन ने ज्वाइन किया है, आप लोग भी कर सकते हैं गो बी ऑन स्पोर्ट्स चैनल पे, और मैंने लिंक लाइव चैट विंडो पे शेयर कर रखा है. हाँ, वेलकम अमन.
Thank you
हेलो.
so much. Thank you so
हाँ
much.
हाँ
So another match, another day, and another spoiler by CSK, and now it's looking really difficult for KKR. And this loss for KKR opens the gate for SRH and Kings Eleven Punjab too.
या वही तो मैंने कहा, एसआरएच, किंग्स 11 पंजाब और राजस्थान रॉयल्स खुश होंगे इस जीत से. दे विल बी वेरी हैप्पी, बट एट द सेम टाइम केकेआर हैव इंच्ड क्लोजर टू द एग्जिट डोर. एंड ऑल्सो केकेआर का जो अब लक है वो दूसरी टीम्स पे निर्भर है कि whether they win or lose. So their win or loss will decide whether KKR will move into the playoffs or not, irrespective of KKR winning all the remaining games. KKR जीत भी जाता है तो भी उनका लक जो है अब दूसरों के हाथ में है.
Yes, they have only one game now, and Delhi Capitals and Delhi Capitals will also be happy today because KKR didn't won. If KKR if KKR would won, then they would be in trouble, surely.
हाँ हाँ. और इसी के साथ मुंबई इंडियंस, जैसे हम कहते हैं ना, एक वन मैन्स लॉस इज अनदर मैन्स गेन, और के मुंबई इंडियंस ने आज क्वालिफाई कर लिया ऑफिशियली. मतलब क्वालिफाइड, एवरीवन न्यू दैट कि मुंबई विल गो थ्रू, बट ऑफिशियली आज क्वालिफाई कर लिया है मुंबई इंडियंस ने. और वो जो क्यू मार्क है, इट हैज बीन पुट बिसाइड्स द नेम ऑफ मुंबई इंडियंस. हाँ.
यस, और आज स्पेशली जैसे बॉलिंग हुई और स्पेशली जैसे बैटिंग हुई, ऋतुराज गायकवाड़ he takes on Lockie Ferguson, and the way he was batting.
See, that was something for surprise for Kolkata Knight Riders, और ये एक बहुत बड़ा वजह है जिसकी वजह से KKR lost the game, because लॉकी फर्ग्यूसन के जो फिगर्स थे, मैं बार बार उसे रिपीट कर रहा हूँ. 0 for 54. Not only he went wicketless, but also proved to be very, very expensive. 19th over, he gave 20 runs, and that young lad had just 10 runs to defend against Ravindra Jadeja. So no one can actually blame Kamlesh Nagarkoti 100% that that KKR lost because of him, because if you just look at the immediate previous over, that is the 19th one, where Lockie Ferguson lead 20 runs, तो वहां से गेम पलटा. Otherwise, you see 30 of 2, 30 runs required of 2, and suddenly the equation comes at 10 of 6. तो 30 of 2 का प्रेशर और 10 of 6 का प्रेशर, दोनों के प्रेशर में ही फर्क है. There is something called psychological pressure that actually worked, or Lockie Ferguson means pathetic performance.
Yeah, completely agree with you. And the way actually one rivalry I was waiting for, MS Dhoni versus Varun Chakravarti, and again Chakravarti just bowled him up.
Yeah. Varun Chakravarti, MS Dhoni didn't went for the glorious hit, didn't go for a fancy shot. He was actually trying to defend the ball and place it for single or double, but it was the pace which actually knocked MS Dhoni. Because if you look at the dismissal of MS Dhoni, his bat couldn't come down, and the ball went through the gates and dismantled the furniture. So वो एक्स्ट्रा पेस से वो बॉल जो थी वो 107 केज की थी, 107 किलोमीटर्स एन आवर, जिसकी वजह से MS धोनी बीट हो गए. सो प्रॉब्ली अगर अभी मैं कहूंगा तो शायद CSK फैंस को बुरा लगेगा और वो मुझे बोलेंगे. प्रॉब्ली at some stage the age factor comes in. At some stage the age factor comes in, और वो दिखा. because MSD does not have a very high backlift, or जिसकी high backlift नहीं होती, तो for that batsman it's not difficult to bring their bat down. So they can easily bring their bat down and within time. So without having a high backlift, Varun Chakravarti bowled him. So it's a great achievement for Varun Chakravarti. And at the same time, I think is the age which is playing its role in MSD's poor batting form.
Yes, because MS धोनी और स्पेशली आज ड्रीम में IPL 2020 की अगर बात करें तो काफी बैट्समैन आगे की बॉल को पीछे खेलना ही पसंद करते हैं इंस्टेड ऑफ पिकिंग स्पिनर्स फ्रॉम द रेस्ट they are trying to pick the spinners off the wicket and MS Dhoni fourth time not fourth time many times actually he was trying.
Sat Sri Akal, Paji, how are you?
Very good, thank you. Very good.
Sat Sri Akal, sir.
Paji, again, CSK again proved to be the party spoilers as they just knocked KKR off by 6 wickets. The game was full of ebbs and flows, but CSK had the last laugh with the brilliance of Jadeja, or you can say Sir Jadeja's special.
Yeah, it was Sir Jadeja, but I think Lockie Ferguson didn't have a great game. 4 overs for 54, and
Yes.
everyone else did really well. But again, it's like I think KKR did brilliantly. They had a great game. They finally got their batting order right as it needs to be. Look, we had Karthik at 6, Morgan at 5.
But Paji, see today also Rahul Tripathi at 7 means again they messed it up as you were mentioning. Again Morgan at 5, and why Rinku Singh was playing his first game, he was batting up the order than Morgan.
So you think Rinku Singh shouldn't bat at 4?
That's the question I'm asking you, Paji. Because you told that Morgan at 4 and DK at 6. DK at 6 was spot on in the game, but again, Morgan batting lower down the order.
Yeah, maybe you could have come up the order, but again, it's like I think they lost the game with Lockie Ferguson. He bowled an over where he bowled a full toss. Next ball he went for 6. I think everything went. I think they did okay. It's just Lockie Ferguson didn't really perform this match.
Yeah.
So.
And a word on Nitish Rana. Nitish Rana again 87 of 61, and just to float a stat, his last 4 IPL innings, duck 81, duck 87. So either he's scoring a 50 या तो 50 मार रहे हैं या तो 0 पे out हो जा रहे हैं.
Yeah, and that's why it's they should stick with Shubnam and Rana. They do that, don't they? That's their combination going forward. I think KKR, they just had a bad game with Lockie Ferguson. Everything else seems okay. They got like the likes of Shubnam Gill, Rana to open the bat to. Then 3, you can sort of mix that up. Maybe bring Royal Tarabarti or Sunil Ryan can just as and when go down the order, and 4, 5, 6 sorted. So they pretty much got their team sorted where it needs to be. Obviously, one team's got to lose, one team's got to win. They've got to probably think, they probably lost the game here with Lockie Ferguson. Where did it go wrong for him?
Yeah.
And yeah,
and Paji, we were also discussing a point that it was the 10th over bowled by Nitish Rana when everything was going right. All their 5 frontline bowlers were doing good. So was there a need to actually bowl to give the ball to the part-timer, as in the 10th over not only he gave 16 runs, but the momentum also shifted towards CSK, because in the next successive 2 overs, CSK scored 26 runs, 14 and 12 respectively.
Yeah, so the thing is, CSK should have not won that game. They were 140 for 4 at the 17th over, right?
Yeah.
And they managed to get basically 38 runs in the space of 3 overs. So they're going at 12, 13 and over. So even at that point at the back end, when a team's going 12, 13 and over, even when the momentum going against them, because all it needs is a couple of inside edges and thick edges, right? But the game changes when he bowled a full toss and it was a no ball above waist height.
Yes.
Right?
That over fetched 20 runs. Lockie Ferguson's over.
Yes, exactly. And that is exactly where the game was lost, So everything else I thought was even pegged. Chennai Super Kings were like 55 of 7 overs. They're going at 7 and over. Lockie Ferguson's had a bad day at the office, and when you're building a team and you see him perform so well when he's when he first turned up, and then you expect that same performance as a coach. When you know what to do, it was probably that over of Lockie Ferguson.
Yeah, Paji, today again. See, are you there? So today again, I don't know. Is there some technical issues? Paji, are you there?
Yeah. Hello?
Okay. Paji, again, today, 2 youngsters performed, as I mentioned, of Nitish Rana, Duck 81, Duck 87. So he's actually, वो तो या तो 0 पे बात कर रहे हैं या फिर 50 plus पे. But again, Rituraj Gaikwad, we mentioned in the last game ki today also he scored 72 of 53 deliveries and laid that foundation for CSK. Even when Watson was looking a bit puzzled.
Yeah, look, you look at both teams, right? Watson's doing okay. We got Gaikwad, right? Even Rayutu.
Yeah. Raidu was looking good, but actually threw his wicket. Was a bit greedy.
Yes. So what I'm saying, right, is that even at the back end, when the odds were against, there was a wonderful performance. There's been huge positives for CSK since they know they're not going to get qualified, and it's, they've turned it around. It hasn't been a completely disastrous season for them. And I think KKR hasn't having a disastrous season either. They're kind of pulling it together. You look at both teams and you kind of think, wow, they're actually their best 11. They got something to work with for the next season. So it isn't really doom or gloom, but IPL, you're going to have these fine margins. It's going to be little margins, little one ball, one over, one shot is what's going to change the dynamics. Do you understand? And I thought, like you all say, it's Lockie Ferguson. They expected not Lockie Ferguson to go for 54. If anything, I would him to go 40 on a bad day. He's had a really bad day. And that's where, you can't blame the KKR for too much here. You just got to say, guys, on a bad day for Lockie Ferguson, we're probably looking at 10 and over. We are not looking at 12, 13 and over for him. He's had a really bad day. So,
yes. So that was probably, you think, the point where, or rather, where KKR lost the game. Paji, a question for you. Was that a right decision to send, again, that question which I asked, that Mumbai Indians is asking, that was that a right decision to send Rinku Singh at 4? I mean, captain doesn't want to lead from the front.
Needs to be at 4.
I think there is some connectivity issue. Some connectivity issue, technical issues. but it will not deter us, and we will not end the session. We'll be waiting for Paji to rejoin us.
Actually, I have a question. Shall I ask?
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, was it the right decision to play with Sunil Narayan instead of Russell? Russell was fit for today's match,
Russell wasn't fit. No, Russell wasn't fit.
but okay, if Russell was not fit, then Tim Seifert can get a game because Sunil Narayan, after coming back from the whiteboard again,
See.
working on his
They'll not
action.
replace him. They'll not. They will not replace him after he played that innings of 64 of
64
32
on
against
32.
64 of 32 against Delhi Capitals. They'll certainly not replace him. So Sunil Narayan getting dropped is a matter out of the scheme for KKR, because KKR will never do that
But don't you think
after such a performance.
if they need a batsman who can score with 200 plus strike rate, so then they have Tim Seifert. They can go with him because Sunil Narayan not looking effective with his new action, and he is not troubling the batsman now.
Huh? What are you saying? That he's in troubling the batsman? See,
No,
that's a
no, no.
different issue.
My
But
question was, if they want a batsman who can bat over the strike rate of 200, they have Tim Seifert because Sunil Narayan is not troubling batsmen now after re-inventing his action.
okay. See, that's a different issue. That's a different issue that he has had a change in his action and all of that. Paji will be joining us. He has some technical or rather connectivity issues. He's trying to connect. What I am saying is that the action change and all that is a different issue. But KKR as a franchise has a lot of faith in Sunil Narayan. Today also you saw Sunil Narayan coming in at number 3. So they have a lot of faith, and I'm sure they won't drop Sunil Narayan. They won't drop. You've seen the past games as well where he wasn't performing with the bat, where he wasn't really effective with the ball, but then also KKR didn't drop. So this is what KKR at one stage in the past has had shown faith in Russell as well, and Russell till date corroborates that KKR supported me a lot in my tough time. So KKR will not actually drop Sunil Narayan.
And to be honest, do you think now there is a chance for KKR to qualify?
Uh, KKR, see, to technically, Mumbai Indians have qualified, CSK are out, so technically 6 teams are in the race for qualification uh, now as well. And as far as the IPL 2020 has gone, you can see how the way it has gone. A lot of ebbs and flows, ups and downs. KXIP were the bottom feeders, and now they are at number 4. So anything can happen, but it looks really tough for KKR. It looks really tough, and now their luck depends on other teams.
And one more question is, MS Dhoni didn't miss the trick because Lungingiri, after 3 matches from the start of the tournament, he eventually got a match, and it was the second last match of CSK in the tournament, and he bowled pretty well. And from the
It's not about missing the trick. CSK were relaxed. They had nothing to lose. Even Lungi Angidi didn't had that much pressure as he would have had in the initial stages of the tournament. So now CSK were out. They were playing for self-respect. They were playing for pride. They were testing the players, experimenting them. So CSK were pretty much relaxed. They had nothing to lose, and you can't say that missed the trick. See, for that matter, you can say Imran Tahir didn't play a game before CSK were out. So you can't say miss the trick. You can just ask that why, because the player who played in place of Lungi and Giri, that is Josh Hazelwood, he performed well for the couple of games or 3 games. He performed well. So you can't say miss the trick.
And if you look at the batting card of CSK today, and Sam Curran, Ravindra Jadeja, and Ravindra Jadeja, he is the most positive, he is the most valuable player. He's being in the tournament 2020. Uh, there are only two positive for CSK. One is Sam Curran, and second is Jadeja. The way he batted uh, in the whole tournament till now, it was really good. And seeing Jadeja after a long time in this kind of form, where he is knocking the ball and middling the ball over the park, is great for Indian cricket and his future also.
Yeah, definitely. Jadeja didn't have a really good season with the ball as far as IPL 2020 is concerned. But with the bat, definitely he has evolved, and he's evolved much, because be it the first innings or the second innings, in the first innings he has uh, given that final flourish to CSK, batting down the order, or and in second innings as well, as we saw today, Jadeja finished game. So we saw this change in Jadeja this year, and you can say this is a positive not only for CSK, as you mentioned, it's for Indian team, but I'm still concerned with Jadeja's bowling, because in this tournament Jadeja's bowling has been ineffective. So I'm concerned with the bowling, but in the batting department, the way he's evolved, I think that is commendable.
And today I read a news that in Boxing Day Test match, maybe crowd will be coming. Is that right?
Yeah, there were reports. Yes, there were reports that crowd could be allowed in the Boxing Day Test match against Australia, which is in December. But still, there are reports. There's no
Information.
confirmation on this news. So still, until this news is gets confirmed, we can't say anything. So we cannot say anything on the basis of hearsay.
And are you seeing any game for Navdeep Saini?
Definitely, definitely. In the absence of Ishan Sharma, I think Navdeep Saini will be one of the ace bowlers, along with Mohammad Shami and Jasprit Bumrah. I'm definitely envisaging Navdeep Saini to be the part of the Test squad, because uh, having watched closely Navdeep Saini in red ball cricket has is more effective than in white ball cricket, and his skills with the red ball is pretty much commendable, pretty much extraordinary, because he can swing the ball both ways. He has that raw pace which will help him in Australia, and he's also got a good height, so he can extract that bounce in those Australian pitches. So Navdeep Saini in Test team is a certainty for me. I hope he plays.
It means you are not uh, you will not go with Umesh Yadav.
Certainly not. Certainly not. If I'll go with Navdeep Saini, then certainly not with Umesh Yadav. I'll give Navdeep Saini a chance. I'll give Navdeep Saini a chance, because till now in the Ranji Trophy he's performed well, but for the national team till now we have seen him performing for India in the white ball cricket. Still, he hasn't got a chance in red ball cricket. So surely I would love to see Navdeep Saini bowling on those Australian pitches.
And if I talk about any batsman, are you seeing any game for Shubman Gill? And if he gets a chance, where he could bat?
See, Paji actually answered this question yesterday, that Shubman Gill should get a chance, but and he said that Shubman Gill should get a chance, but I don't know if he gets a chance. Going with the words of Paji, he said that he should get a chance. So what to say more? And Paji said that he should open the innings, should not bat lower the
Yes,
order.
yes,
He should open the innings with
yes.
the
Sorry,
KL
I
Rahul.
yeah, I forgot that. Sorry. So, what do you think about tomorrow's game? It's gonna be Kings and Punjab against Royal Challengers Bangalore. So, again, the universe boss coming against Royals.
Uh, Talking about tomorrow's games, I got a text from Paji that he's trying to connect, but his net is down. So talking about uh, tomorrow's game, tomorrow's game, RR up against Kings 11 Punjab. I feel Kings 11 Punjab will definitely have an edge, 5 wins on the trot, whereas Rajasthan Royals, on the other hand, if I'm not wrong, they've won against Mumbai Indians and a thumping victory. The Ben Stokes show. Stokes playing all the shots and scoring a brilliant century. So both teams will have that confidence and that morale boosted up for tomorrow's game. But still, I feel Kings 11 Punjab has an edge.
But along with Ben Stokes, Sanju Samson also batted well, and especially their middle order now looking good. Uh, when when actually when Josh Butler comes in the middle order, their middle order looks really good, and we all know about what kind of caliber he has. On his day, he can win the match at from the any time.
Still, means I don't know, someone or rather many of you will would argue, but still I feel Josh Butler should open the innings, regardless of Ben Stokes hitting a century in the last game. Still, I feel Josh Butler is the right guy to open with Robin Uthappa, and Ben Stokes should come down the order and bolster that middle order where RR has some serious issues, because if you see, they have Rahul Tewatia and Riyan Parag down in the later middle order, which is not something which is not you can have, which you can't have when you're competing in a tournament like IPL where you have stiff competition. And if you compare it with the low middle order of any team, it looks the weakest. It's Riyan Parag, Rahul Tewatia, probably going with the two all-rounders is something where you need to work on and bolster your lower middle order, because you lack that final flourish or lack that finishing ability. Uh, if someone from the top order uh, does not bat till full 20 overs, so you lack that final flourish, you lack that finishing ability. So still, I feel Ben Stokes in the middle order and Josh Butler at the top will be ideal batting positions.
Yes, yes, I completely agree with you. But to be honest, we have talked many times about this, and the management is not listening us, and they will not change. We know they will not change. They will go for Ben Stokes, and Ben Stokes is also scored 100, so they will coming with the same plan with more boosting confidence. So, and what do you think if Riyan Parag plays at number three? If
More
uh,
actually more than that. Before taking your question, just interrupting. Before that, more than the batting order, they also need a support for Jofra Archer, because Jofra Archer bowls really good from the other end, but really good from one end, but from the other end he lacks support, and he needs some support from the other end as well. So I don't know what possibility they have, although they don't have, and I'm very hopeful that they will field the same 11. Steve Smith will field the same 11 as in the last game against Mumbai Indians. But bowlers need to pull up their socks and actually bowl well and support Jofra Archer, because spinners, as far as this IPL is concerned, Shreyas Gopal and Rahul Tewatia had decent performances. But in the fast bowling unit, apart from Jofra Archer, the other two fast bowlers need to pull up their socks, be it Kartik Tyagi or young Kartik Tyagi or Ankit Rajput.
And what do you think about Riyan Parag at number 4? If early wickets fall down, are you seeing Josh? Will it be a great or good plan to send Steve Smith along with Riyan Parag instead of Josh Butler? Because if Josh Butler stays back, he can score big runs at the death.
See, see, means you'll it said that keep the best for the last, but why why will you not try to give as many balls as possible to Josh Butler, who is the best batsman of your side? So if you'll give as many balls as possible to Josh Butler, he can score as many runs. Because after getting set, everyone knows how destructive Josh Butler could be. So in this also, I'll beg to differ that Josh Butler should be given, and that's why I'm floating this point that Josh Butler should open the innings, even if regardless of Ben Stokes scoring a century in the previous match against Mumbai Indians, that uh, the more number of balls Josh Butler will play, it will be of more advantage to Rajasthan Royals.
But here I want to make a
So
point that
now the last question, I mean last question of the day, as we are running out of time. Last question of the day.
yeah, yes. So my question is, as some batsmen and some player need a environment and some pressure situation like Hetmeyer. Hetmeyer, if you send Hetmeyer top of the order, he will not score you 30 on 8 balls. But if you send him at the end, he will definitely score you and give you 40 runs on 13 balls. And Josh Butler is the same kind of batsman. So don't you think that sending Josh Butler at the death, it could be a good for it would be good for Rajasthan Royals.
See, if Josh Butler bats top of the order, means opens the innings, and he bats till the 15th over. So can you imagine, he can even score 100 in those 15 overs if he bats. See, that level of destruction he can give to the opposition. And if a batsman is that destructive, see, always we've said that Rohit Sharma should open the innings for Mumbai Indians, just because that Rohit Sharma is the best batsman of the side, and the best batsman of the side should play the most number of balls of the innings. Today, if you see Nitish Rana played 61 deliveries and scored 81 runs. He opened the innings. He was not very quick in the start. He took his time, and after that, he actually, to float a stat, he scored 50 of 44 deliveries. You understand? 50 of 44 deliveries.
Yes, yes,
It means that in another 17 balls, he scored 37 runs. 37 in next 17 balls. So that is my point, that if Josh Butler opens the innings and takes his initial time, so he can prove to be as destructive, or rather more destructive, than Ben Stokes. That's my point.
yes. Thank you so much, and let's see. And fingers crossed for Josh Butler and RR.
Yeah, but tomorrow KKR would be hoping that KXIP lose, but KXIP gets defeated by Rajasthan Royals. But let's hope for the best, and may the team which plays the best cricket win. So on this note, I like to take leave, and again request the viewers to subscribe the channel, press the notification bell icon for regular updates, and tune in tomorrow at 11:45 p.m. again with the interactive post-match analysis, where you will have a chance to directly interact with Mr. Monty Panesar. Today he wasn't able to join because of some connectivity issue, but surely he will be there tomorrow. So on this note, goodbye and good night.